Welcome to Introduction to Photoshop CC for Planners. In this video, we're going to discuss filters in Photoshop. So what can a filter do for your image? Well, it can do things like grunge it up, distort it, or change its artistic appearance. Our first step in working with filters is to use the Filter Gallery. To bring up the Filter Gallery, go to Filter, Filter Gallery. And you'll see the whole range of filters available to you. Let's quickly go through the filter gallery. On the left-hand side of your filter gallery, you'll see a preview of your selected filter. You can also zoom in and out of the preview using these buttons down here, as I just did. You'll see the different filter types in the middle column here, and you'll see the options for the selected filter on the far right. So let's examine the different filter options. We have up here at the top, artistic and brush strokes. Now both of these apply a look to your image to make it look like it was created with a different material or different media. Say for example, colored pencil, as you would expect, applies an effect that makes it look like it was drawn with colored pencil, although I don't actually think it's that effective at doing that. But you can adjust things like the pencil width, the stroke pressure, and the paper brightness, which will change the appearance of your image. There's also the cutout and dry brush applications, which make your image look more like it's a poster or a collage of different cutout images. I do like the dry brush effect. I think it's a nice way of softening an image and making it look more painted than a typical photograph, and also has applications when you start working with photo simulations, because you can then soften it up just a little bit. There's other artistic applications, the paint daubs, palette knife, all designed to make your image look more like a painting. So depending on the effect you want, you can adjust things like the stroke size or stroke detail to make it more or less abstract. Similarly with brush strokes, it applies an effect that makes your image look like it was painted with a paintbrush, so you can do things like dark strokes or cross hatches or apply a splatter effect. All very interesting ways of distorting your image to make it look like it was more hand-drawn or hand-painted. The distort effects make it look like you're viewing your image either through glass or, in the case of ocean ripple, through water, or it applies a diffuse glow, which softens up your image with a white light, which maybe has applications in things like portraits. The sketch effect takes your foreground color and applies it to make it look like it was drawn using pencil, pen, charcoal, or other media like that. You can also give it effect of making it look like it was photocopied or applied on notepaper. Stylize gives your image the effect of having neon glowing edges. And finally, texture makes it look like your image is composed of either small tiles, in the case of mosaic tiles, stained glass, or a patchwork effect. Once you've found a filter that works for your needs, just select the options to fit the look that you're going for and hit OK. And it'll automatically apply the filter to your image. Now let's talk about some of the other filter options available in Photoshop beyond the filter gallery. You don't have to feel limited by the filters that come built in with Photoshop, because now with the integration with the Creative Cloud, you can find additional filters online. To find new filters, just go to the Filter menu and select Browse Filters Online. That brings up the Adobe Add-ons page, which has additional filters for Photoshop, and you can sort them by most popular, by ones that cost money, and by the ones that are free. I'm going to search for a specific add-on filter, which is called the Watercolor Card Effect, which I know is a free effect. So here it is, Watercolor Card Effect. You can see the previews here. I'm just going to click Install. And I have to make sure that my file syncing is turned on in the Creative Cloud app, which I can go up here and see that it's installed the Watercolor Card Effect. So we have to do a little bit more work before we can apply our new filter in Photoshop. I'm going to go to my downloads folder and find the zip file that came from when I added that new filter to the Creative Cloud. So it downloaded it to my downloads folder as a zip file. I'm going to unzip it and expand the folder, and I can see that here there is a README which has some additional information about what the script actually does, and it credits the author. And then it also has the actual script which will run when I want to apply my filter. So now I'm going to go to Photoshop and go to File, Scripts, and find that script file. So here it's in my Downloads folder. There is my script. I'm just going to hit Open and let it run. And it's made a copy of my file. It's resized it to a prescribed size of 440 by 440 pixels. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more, and you can see the watercolor effect that it applied. So that's a way of adding a filter from online that not only applies this visual effect, but even goes a step further of making a copy of your file and resizing it. So that was an overview of working with filters in Photoshop. I would suggest trying out the ones that come both with the program, and try out ones that you can find online. See what you can make, see what you can create with them, and have fun. Thanks for watching.